My name is Troy Gullickson. I work out of the Bismarck branch, work for Dakota Fence Company and 3D Specialties. I am a project manager. I am in charge of our commercial fence crews and our guardrail crews. I've been with the company since 1990, so a little over 30 years now. I mean, everywhere I drive, I would say anywhere from, almost Jamestown all the way to the beach. That's every one of the guardrails along the interstate I've either installed or removed or reinstalled multiple times. It's just everywhere I go, it's like, yeah, I've been here, I've been there, done that. And now the guys that I send to these jobs, like, yeah, I installed that such and such a year. It's in 20 years you can put a lot of guardrail on the ground, and a lot of fences, and you drive around town and it's just amazing. It's just amazing wherever you look. Dakota Fence is there. Dakota Fence are 3D Specialties, that's for sure. So it's just, everywhere I go, I just know I've been involved with that, so it's crazy, very crazy. I grew up about 2 blocks away from here, just to the north, in this trailer court just behind us here. And I remember as a kid driving around on my bike, me and my buddies, and we'd come and drive around on Basin Avenue here, right where my office is at now. Who would have thought when I was 12 years old, that I was going to be working at Dakota Fence someday and making that my career? I started out on the guardrail side of the business, so I was out installing guardrails. But with that being said, guardrail is usually a fall job. We do most of our installs in the fall, when all the road work is done. So we're the last guys to come in and install the guardrails, of course. And spring of the year, we'll go and do the removals. So in between that time, there's a lot of fence installing going on, hole drilling going on. There wasn't too many things that I didn't do for the company, back in my days. It's kind of the fun thing about working here. It's just, you're never doing the same thing from a day-to-day basis. Some people go to their jobs and do the same thing day after day after day. Being out in the field here working at Dakota Fence is just, it's a new task every day. You're always doing something different in a different location. So I enjoyed it a lot. And after about 21 years in the field, the commercial fence coordinator position opened up, and my branch manager at the time called me in and asked if I'd be interested in trying an office job. And why not? I'm not a spring chicken. I'm 50 years old now, pushing 51. And so it was a great career opportunity to try, and I did it, and I enjoyed it a lot. So, in a nutshell, to me, it's the people. It's definitely the people I work with. We're a smaller office, of course, Bismarck here. We have 8 people in the office here, and we're like family. That's why it's called the Blue Family for a reason. It's if I have any questions, any problems whatsoever, I can go to Heather, I can go to Billy, I can go to Crystal. We're definitely family. We do things outside of work. They're all friends. They're just not, hey, see you on Monday and come Friday. We still get together on weekends, and have drinks and do whatever else, go fishing. I go fishing with a lot of these guys, and a lot of the guys that are still in the field to this day, I worked with them in the field, So, when I moved into here, it was kind of a culture change for me, because now here's guys that are older than me that used to boss me around, and now, I'm coordinating them. So that was a little weird to do, but it's definitely the people with me. I look forward to coming here every day of the week, and as you can ask some of my coworkers, I don't like taking vacation because I just don't like leaving here, and I don't like people doing my job for me, so it's just kind of just the way I roll, kind of my thing. So, oh wow, it's it's just amazing. I started here when the business was, less than 20 years old. It's, you've seen our lot, we're not a very big place, and this lot was half the size. Our mechanic shop used to be the office. When I got hired, it was super, super small, and 30 years later, look what this company's evolved to. It's amazing, and I know we're growing. And we're going to grow a lot more, and then just the envisionment that our upper management, Joe and Amy and John have, it's ridiculous. It's fun to see, and I'm hoping I'm around for another 15, 20 years to see where we're going to be at another 20 years, before either I'm dead or retired, one of the two, so. It's kind of funny. I graduated high school and I joined the National Guard, so I was in the military, you know, and after I got out of my basic training, I worked for various different jobs here in Bismarck, you know, and schooling was not my thing. I mean, I was lucky to graduate high school. And I graduated and tried a few various jobs around town here, and one of them was, I think it was called Bismarck Glass. And I delivered windshields and stuff to different auto glass places. Well, it just so happens my boss at that time, his son-in-law worked here at Dakota Fence. And he pulled me to the side one day and he said, Troy, he said, you're a good hard worker. He says, I don't pay you very well. And he said, you deserve more, basically. He said, my son-in-law works for Dakota Fence. I don't know if you ever heard of him. I said, I've heard of Dakota Fence. He said, I know they're always hiring. I think you should go and give it a shot. So, needless to say, I came down and applied at Dakota Fence, and I was pretty much hired immediately, you know. So from there on out, it was just, did I know that was going to be my career for the rest of my life? I did not. But yeah, here I am, 31 years later, and still here, and don't plan on going anywhere. I always tell everybody, nobody else wants me. So we'll just stay put. People come up to our booth just to either say, hey, you know, I had you guys install a fence for us about 20 years ago, and we still love it to this day. I mean, I'll be at a store and somebody will just stop me out of the blue and, do you work for Dakota Fence? Yes. Ask me how long I've been there, and I'll tell them, you know, or whatever else, and they'll just, oh, we had such and such a fence installed, and we just love it. You know, it's just amazing. I mean, how many people, and oh, we recognize the blue trucks. I mean, oh, your blue trucks are all over the place, you know, and it's like, yeah, we're all over the place, you know, and it's just kind of neat hearing people's reactions, you know, out in the community that we are well known. I mean, it doesn't matter where you go, whether you go to Glen Olin, North Dakota, or if you're in South Dakota, they all know what the blue trucks look like, and they're all just used to seeing our stuff around, you know, so yeah, 50 years, I mean, it's crazy. It's neat, really neat.